With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Come on, baby. Let's go! Got it! 55! Right there in the middle, 55! We ain't giving up nothing, Jack!
One of the true legends of pro football, it's Jim Brown. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line. We're ready!
Now it's Brown. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They will indeed go for it. Vick under pressure again, and down he goes again. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Seahawks 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
That's track. Check 43.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Vick. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
3rd and short yardage. Vick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Vick now. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Vick. Throw complete to Jerry Rice. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A nice catch there by Jerry Rice. And when you look at the yardage he compiled in his NFL career, it seems staggering at 22,985 yards. But let's put a little context with it.
Yeah, we ran the numbers earlier. Larry Fitzgerald, who was contemplating retirement this past offseason, would need 7 more 1,000-yard seasons to break Jerry Rice's record.
That's context.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Vick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ryan Shazier picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it with Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Wait, set, line 20. Mike is 50. Chopper. Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, check 20.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big run there by Johnson. 46 yards on the ground. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Regular.
Now a carry for Okoye. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Tight down. There you go. Check it back.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll try the right side with Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Wait, 20. Check. Box 54. Woo-hoo. Out. Motion, I got one. Hey, 66.
Here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Wait, set. 380. 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 24. Check. Goal 50. 72.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Brown. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing now is Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get in the weight room. Watch out. Move.
Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, wahoo! Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike, go on. No,
here's Brady to throw. Oh, nice move. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Go, go, go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check. Kill. Pilot, 64, weak.
They go to Johnson again. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Randy Moss, 54 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Vic readies to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The 20.
Let's go! Let's go!
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now here's Vic. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Vic. And the pressure gets to him again. Keith Bullitt providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're staring at a 4th and long. On his Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick 1st down. 1st down, Titans gain of 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. They can't hang with us.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Here we go. Check. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. It's our time.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. All day, every day, any day. Check it, reload.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35.